What is the voice of the customer and how should companies manage it? Objectives. Number 1. Definition of the voice of the customer. Number 2. How do companies obtain the voice from the customers? Number 3. Why would customers want to voice their opinions? And number 4. How should companies manage it? Voice of the customer. We are going to look at a simple scenario. Let's firstly introduce the characters of this scenario. This is Tom and he's a customer just like you and me. And then there's Sam, the manager of the company. When you talk to Tom, you can tell whether he's happy and sad or angry and dissatisfied. However, it is easy when it is one-on-one. You can talk and find out what you're doing right or what you're doing wrong and you can fix it. But what about when you have a whole set of Tom with different opinion and different wants and needs? How do you help them? This is where the voice of the customer is introduced. This simply helps you listen and respond to your customers. You will be able to answer important questions like who's happy and sad? What happened? When? Where? And why? Now, Sam needs to learn how to fix it. Hence, he can implement a simple action plan to improve customer experience, then make your sad customers happy customers. There, everyone's happy. Voice of the customers, also known as VOC, is a term that describes your customers' feedback about their experiences with and expectations for your products or service. It focuses on customers' needs, expectations, understandings, and product improvement. So we ask again, what does the voice of the customer mean? Now every day, customers interact with a company in either a small or large way. Now this interaction occurs when customers use your products and services. Now there are many ways in which this interaction can take place. It can be either through face-to-face or through social media. Now the voice of the customer describes spoken and unspoken expectations your customer have about these interactions. It is used to capture customer expectation. So we ask now, how can companies capture customer expectation or rather obtain the voice from the customers? Now, technology have been quite advanced and most companies are gathering these voices through social media via the use of Facebook or Instagram or even Twitter. Most companies, for example, Amazon uses emails. Surveys, this is another way in which company gathers voice from the customers. Survey is a formalized statistical group session of current or political targeted customers. Some companies also use focus group. Now what is a focus group? This is a facilitated group session of both current or potential targeted customers. Most companies use interviews and some use listening posts. Now, why would a customer want to voice their opinion? You are a customer and I am a customer. Why do we voice our opinion? First and foremost, customers like to see results. Let's look at Tom. Tom purchased a product and this don't meet his expectation. He would not be satisfied if I purchase a product and this does not meet my expectation. I would be dissatisfied. If Tom received poor or inefficient service from Sam, who was the manager, he would want to voice his opinion. Many times I have went places and the service I received was not efficient and I would voice my opinion. He would give feedback about his experiences with and expectations for the products and services. How should companies manage it? Step 1. Companies should be able to identify their customers and their future customers. The customers you want to have in 5 years may be different than that customers you have today. Step 2. Companies should be able to determine the tools and techniques that they will use to gain feedback from their targeted customers. Surveys, focus groups, and interviews are popular tools used to gather this information. Step 3. Companies should be able to incorporate the results of the data gathering analysis into your service offerings, making continual improvements as appropriate. Step 4. Companies should be able to develop a schedule to reassess their customers on an ongoing basis to ensure that their customer service offerings meet or exceed their requirements. Zappos is a shoe store company that is known for having exceptional customer service, and they measure it by asking how the interaction with the employee made the customer feel. Additionally, the company empowers their customer service representatives. Zappos employees are allowed to give wow gifts to their customers. For instance, when one customer called in to return shoes after her mother had fallen ill, the employee on the phone sent her flowers. The woman was shocked that Zappos actually cared about her personal life. That's how they build long-life customers. Zappos manage voice of the customers by firstly engagement and collaboration. Having an engaged workforce where employees engage in cross-functional collaboration to create more successful customer initiative. Secondly, by listening and learning. Introduce a collecting customer feedback to improve overall expectation. There are multiple channels to do so, however, you need to build any listening program on a robust platform that can pivot with customers as their feedback preference change. Thirdly, alignment and action refers to measurable steps taken to improve the customer experience with a properly designed cause and effect analysis. By having this analysis, you will be able to identify what areas you can take action on. Lastly, patience and commitment. Building a world-class customer culture is not done overnight. Customer culture is slowly altered as well as their collection practices are refined. All this journey, we must demonstrate practice and commitment to the process and vision.